मेरा एक फिक्स रिचुअल रहता है. आई डोंट नो, लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु शॉट विद मी नो, जब मैं नाइट शिफ्ट करता हूँ ना, तो मेरे सेट पे, जब भी शॉट्स के बीच में मेरे सेट पे पिंक फ्लॉयड चलता है. नाइट शिफ्ट में पिंक फ्लॉयड.
हाउ मुंजिया स्टार्टेड, कैसे आपने अपने बच्चे को धीरे धीरे करके बिल्ड
बड़ा किया, मेरे मुंजा को कैसे मैंने बड़ा किया
आपने.
तो मुंजा मैं खुद जब भी बच्चा था ना, तभी मेरा एक्चुअली मैं हाउ पुणे का, पर मेरा जो गांव है, हमारा एंसेस्ट्रल टाउन जिसको बोलते हैं, वो कोंकण में. तो वो पुणे से अराउंड 5.5-6 घंटे के डिस्टेंस पे है. तो मैंने बचपन में जब भी मैं गाँव जाता था, तो वहाँ पे मुंजा की स्टोरीज बहुत फेमस है. आप कोंकण पे कोई भी गाँव में जाओ, वहाँ मुंजा किसी को पता नहीं होगा, वो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. और मुंजा का रेफरेंस क्या आता है ना, पीपल के पेड़ पे रहने वाला मुंजा. दैट कॉम्बिनेशन इज व्हाट इट इज. देयर वर 2 फिल्म्स दैट वर डिफाइनिंग फॉर मी, तुम्बाड़ एंड कंतारा. व्हेन आई सॉ दीज 2 फिल्म्स ना, I kind of really stepped out of the theater wondering, why are we not telling these stories? What are we doing? You know, these are amazing films. और हम क्यों हमारी ही गाँव की, हमारी रूट्स की, folklores की कहानियाँ नहीं बता रहे? So I wanted to always tell Munja, which was one of my multiple 3-4 ideas that I had in mind going. I would not say it was the only one, but it was one of those 3-4 ideas. Then I came here. I made a film called Zombie in Marathi, which Maddox, the people at Maddox saw. And they thought कि इसका sense of humor on horror थोड़ा interesting है, तो बुला लेते हैं इसको. और they offered me Munja.
What do you think horror comedy as a genre? How is people reacting to it? So you are done with almost 70 crores of box office collection as of today.
You know, I think we always underestimate the power of content in Indian cinema, and we always are reminded of it time and again. You know, when I saw last year, I saw 12th Fail. I was blown away. When I saw Manjumal Boys, I was blown away. When I saw Avesham, I said, what a movie, man. These are crazy stuff. Even Malayalam cinema is doing some insanely good stuff. So I always felt that, you know, good content is what people like to watch. But in theaters, I always feel that people like to get entertained also. I was apprehensive that horror देखने वाली audience है क्या? क्योंकि तुम्बाड़ was the finest horror film that I think has come out from India. But why did Tumbad not do that business? It should have been a massive hit. But why? Because we know our appetite for horror in theaters is not as much as it should be in India. Because people do give that thought कि यार मुझे वहाँ जाके इतना नहीं डरना है कि मेरी नींद उड़ जाए, मेरा दिमाग ही हिल जाए. I don't want that. That I don't mind at home, where I can divert, just kind of look at my phone and just get up and walk off. But in a theater as a captive audience, the number of people who would want that experience are very limited. That's why when we do a horror comedy, we're catering to a massive audience. Because the people who want to come to get scared and then laugh with that is a different set of people. And that's a bigger audience. And you know, इतना डर के जब आप हंसते हो ना, तभी आपको डरना भी पसंद आता है. You love that fear. So we felt that this genre is a genre that caters to not only horror fans, it caters to families. It caters to kids. Like, I'll tell you honestly, when I was releasing the film, me and my producers were talking about this, and I said, what do you expect this film to do? Because Maddox has been there, done that. This is my first film as a theatrical Hindi film. So I was kind of trying to gauge. And they said, Dekh, apni film without koi stars hai. Nobody knows our actors. They're all new. It's not a big budget film, a banger that people are waiting for months. We have done hardly a 2 weeks campaign. We have not even done a bigger campaign. So we'll have to wait and watch what people really think. We were not even expecting the numbers we got on the day one. I think one of you said that, you know, I went on day one. I did not expect people to come on day one. Because मुझे लगा क्या होता है ना, word of mouth होता है फिल्मों का. आपको पता है आपने अच्छी फिल्म बनाई. You know you made a decent good film. You know that people will come and watch it. But you want the first lot to come. Only those will go out and tell the others, yeah, this is a good film. If I get 100, they'll get thousands. But if I don't get those hundreds also, where are those thousands will come from? Yeah. So I always kind of wonder whether those first hundreds will come. And I was hoping a basic number to aa jaye कि चलो over the first weekend by Monday the word travels. Then Monday के बाद थोड़ा लोग आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. By second week I'll get a better number. But man, the Friday was crazy, and I was like, how did this just happen? We are all shocked. How did so many people come? And we realized that people have come because the genre works for them. People have come because they don't care of big stars in this genre. They come for the experience. ये फिल्म देखने में मजा आएगा यार, चल जाते.
You said that there is no star in the film. So how was the casting process of casting Abhay, Sharwari and other people?
So, when we decided to make Munja, we knew that our hero or our lead seller of the film is Munja. तो we knew कि ये तो CGI कैरेक्टर है, इसको तो हमें बनाना है, इसकी परफॉर्मेंस, इसकी कास्टिंग तो हमें ही करनी है. But when you know you're investing so much in the character or the CGI element in the film, you also know you're spending your most money there because it's a CGI element with so many technicians going to be involved and good studios will do the film. So we decided that let's not spend on big stars because those monies are kind of banked there. Let's put that money on our CGI. Let's sign Munja at a big number, kind of, when you're creating him. Then let's balance him with good actors. And let's not then run behind names. Then I also thought, because Munja is such a different world I'm creating, I would prefer to cast a completely new boy. Because he does not come with a reference. ये उस सीरीज में था या उस शो का ये लड़का है, वो रेफरेंस ही नहीं है. ये एक कैरेक्टर है. ये कौन है पता ही नहीं लोगों को. वो फिल्म में देख के उसको उनके दिमाग में वो बनाएंगे और वो मुंजा में था वही रहेगा. तो फॉर दैट देन आई ऑडिशन एंड वी वर लकी टू फाइंड सम गुड फेसेस. वी डिड अ लॉट ऑफ ऑडिशन. मैं फॉर द बिट्टू कैरेक्टर फॉर द बॉय आई हैव ऑडिशन मे बी 200+ बॉयज और उसमें से वी काइंड ऑफ सिलेक्टेड एंड देन कम डाउन टू अ नंबर व्हिच इज इवेंचुअली वी ब्रॉट हिम ऑन बोर्ड with Satyaraj Katappa. I've always had fascination for that actor. He's done such interesting characters. We've only seen Katappa. We have not seen his range of work. And I had seen that. So I said, Padre के लिए तो मुझे ऐसा आदमी चाहिए जो कोई भी character में switch हो जाए. And I wanted to kind of cater to a very different region only because I didn't want him to be from the world of Munja. So I said, why go north? Why not go south?
What is your definition of critiquing a film?
I feel as a filmmaker, you are catering to a huge number of audience. You can't make everyone happy. You can't make a film to please everyone. You have to first make a film to please yourself. You have to know that as a filmmaker, you want to stand by a film. And you want to fight for it. Why will you fight for a film if you don't like it yourself? Or why would you kind of defend a film in front of critics if you don't believe in it yourself? So it's like that kid ना कि आपका बच्चा बेटा होता है ना, दुनिया के लिए आपके लिए वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. People will find faults. ये थोड़ा इसमें प्रॉब्लम है, ये पढ़ाई में कम है, या स्पोर्ट्स अच्छा नहीं खेलता, whatever it is. But it is your kid, yeah. You have to love your work as passionately and with all completely belief that you can. Sometimes I'll tell you honestly, public को पता भी नहीं होता कुछ चीज़ों के बारे में कि क्या था. उनको the film is the film that they've seen, right? हमें पता होता है ना कि हमने क्या किया था और क्या था और कौन से वर्जन्स के बाद ये फिल्म दिखा रहे हैं हम आपको. तो वो ना एज अ डायरेक्टर यू कैरी ऑल दोज वर्जन्स विद यू. If my timeline says version 45 of Munja, edit timeline, which is final version, 44 versions I know of. And they are running in my head when I'm seeing the film.
In Indian cinema, we see that interval plays a very, very crucial role.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to divide the film in such a way that people are talking about it while having popcorns in the interval. Right? Munja में ये चीज़ बहुत अच्छे से निकल के आती है कि वो hook line आती है स्क्रीन पे और फिर आपके पास एक पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है एक लंबे समय तक. सो आई वांट टू टॉक अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट हाउ यू गाइस प्लेस्ड इट इन अ 4-act or a 5-act thing.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you what I personally believe na Indian films largely that are theatrical films normally follow the 4-act structure. They don't follow the 3-act structure, either a 4-act or beyond, because you always break your act 2 into 2 acts where you set up for the interval and you set up for a moment which is a high point in the interval, where your act 2 का midpoint becomes that. So I feel Munja follows the 4-act structure very clearly. And जैसे आपका interval point में आपने कहा ना कि टाइटल आता है, अब बेला लगी, that बेला पे स्विच मारा है मुंजा ने, वो बहुत क्लियरली समझना ऑडियंस को जरूरी है कि that is your conflict. कि the hero, it's a triangle, that the girl, the Munja and the boy Bittu, and they are both fighting for the girl. So that was our primary idea कि we wanted to excite people कि oh shit, now what?
So what is the story of Munja and the music of it? Because Sachin Jigar played a very, very important role. Yes. So I want to know a little bit more on it. How it started, what was the brief? Amitabh Bhattacharya also.
I think there are two heroes. Yeah.
Okay.
It is not only Sachin Jigar, they are phenomenal. I think that's one talent in India that I don't know why we're not exploring them so much. Dinesh Vijayan has massive trust in them. Amitabh Bhattacharya, I think he's one of the finest lyricists I've ever seen. And he's so interestingly blended that whole idea of the love story of Munja, where you have this boy who is madly in love with a girl, but he just doesn't have the guts to tell her. So Tenu Khabar Nahi was, I think, when I heard the song, I said, man, this is it. This has to be in the film. And with Taras was a complete surprise. The idea was to purely make a song which kind of gets the audience excited for a film. And honestly, with Munja, there were two fears. One, we had lesser time to promote. Secondly, we felt people should not think this is a Marathi film. Because एक तो डायरेक्टर मराठी है, टाइटल महाराष्ट्रियन है, कास्ट भी लग सकती है मराठी क्योंकि न्यू कमर्स और मराठी एक्टर्स है, सेटअप महाराष्ट्र है, तो लोगों को तो इजीली लगेंगे तो मराठी फिल्म है, तो हमें देखना है नहीं देखना पता नहीं. तरस काइंड ऑफ सील्ड द डील फॉर अस. ये नहीं, ये तो हिंदी फिल्म है. वैसे वो गाना ऐसे बैंगर था ना कि वो ये मराठी नहीं हो सकता, ये तो हिंदी फिल्म होनी चाहिए, और ये कमर्शियल हिंदी फिल्म है. तो दैट रियली हेल्प्ड.
व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि जब मराठी फिल्म मेकर्स मूव करेंगे हिंदी फिल्म्स की तरफ, तो उससे पुरानी फिल्म्स का कितना इम्पैक्ट होगा उन पे?
100%.
डू यू थिंक दैट people will start discovering a lot more about the regional cinema?
100% will happen. I'll tell you my personal experience. I can tell you. When I saw a couple of Fahd Fazil movies, I did not know about him. And then I said, what amazing actor this fellow is. I need to find more. तो मैंने फिर ढूंढ निकाली उनकी फिल्में, जो मलयालम फिल्में थी, पहली फिल्में जो मैंने कभी देखी भी नहीं थी, पता भी नहीं था मुझे. I hunt them down. I kind of discovered them. I saw all of them. So why did I do that? Because one film of his made such an impact that I felt I have to watch more. And in that Kumbalangi Nights तो hardly था वो कुछ scenes के लिए. तो I feel that will happen with everybody. That if somebody watches a film made by me or my team or an actor from my team and people like him or like my work, then they will always track down what I have done before. And they'll find their time to kind of, over a period of a few years, explore my work. And it's always a big plus for the Marathi industry because Marathi industry में ऐसी इतनी फिल्में हैं ना जो किसी को पता भी नहीं है. A few have made their big names because of the numbers and the audience they've got in large mass numbers. But a lot of films have not kind of been popular films, but have been great films. So I always feel, कि एक filmmaker का जैसे I'll tell you example. When Rahman won the award for Jai Ho, I sat and I saw and I'm like, man, Jai Ho, उसके लिए. And I'm a diehard Rahman fan. But I realized कि I don't think Jai Ho is his best work. But I know that he has done such amazing work till there that I think that award is for all the work he's done and not only for Jai. So for me, that laurel that he got, the Oscar that he won, was for everything he had done. And then those who do not know about that work, which is maybe the Americans, are now exploring Bombay, they're exploring Dil Se, they're exploring Roja. So now I think that has, so why? Because some trigger you need. And then I feel those triggers are important. What works of yours where you don't know, but then that helps all the other work you've done to kind of reach its audience.
While shooting Munja, वो कौन से गाने थे जो आप सुन रहे थे? Do you remember those songs?
Yeah, so I do that. I do that a lot. मैं काफी म्यूजिक सुनता हूँ because मैं लिखते वक्त, प्री प्रोडक्शन के वक्त, ट्रैवल के वक्त, सेट पे गाने लगाता हूँ. मेरा एक फिक्स रिचुअल रहता है. I don't know, a lot of people who have shot with me will know. जब मैं नाइट शिफ्ट करता हूँ ना, तो मेरे सेट पे जब भी शॉट्स के बीच में मेरे सेट पे पिंक फ्लॉयड चलता है. नाइट शिफ्ट में पिंक फ्लॉयड हैज टू प्ले एंड पिंक फ्लॉयड गिव्स यू दीस 10 मिनट के ट्रैक्स, करेक्ट? 8 मिनट 10 मिनट, दे आर लॉन्ग ट्रैक्स. सो जब भी शांति होती है ना सेट पे, बिटवीन टेक्स लाइटिंग हो रही है या शिफ्ट हो रहा है इधर से उधर और सब लोग बैठे, तो मेरे स्पीकर पे पिंक फ्लॉयड चलते रहता है. दैट म्यूजिक गिव्स मी सम एनर्जी. I just pick up an album and I play it. So I have a few of those songs during Munja that I was listening to. I was listening to a lot of Gothic music. I was listening to a lot of Nordic music. A lot of Nordic music. I think Irish Nordic folklorish music is phenomenal. And now Spotify and some apps give you that window you can search and select anything and everything. तो मैं बहुत ढूंढ के निकाल रहा था कि दिस काइंड ऑफ वेरी एटमॉस्फेरिक एम्बिएंट साउंड ट्रैक्स. मैं OSTs बहुत सुनता हूँ. लाइक आई लव फ्यू गाइज, लाइक जिमर तो है ही, जॉन विलियम्स तो है ही, बट जेम्स न्यूटन हावर्ड, और मैं काफ़ी लोगों के OSTs सुनते रहता हूँ. आई लव टू प्ले OSTs इन माई कार व्हेन आई एम ट्रैवलिंग, व्हेन आई ड्राइविंग. एंड देन वन क्विंटेसेंशियल मस्ट हैव्स इन माई प्लेलिस्ट ड्यूरिंग फिल्म्स इज रहमान. रहमान को कोई भी गाना उठा लो यार, it is a loop.
कौन से फेवरेट गाने हैं रहमान?
Sare, I don't have it. I love every album that he's made, but there have been, Roja has been, I think, the most epic. Roja is the most epic. When you're making a horror comedy, you can listen to Roja.
Yeah.
But when you want to kind of just switch into a mood, when you're traveling, when you're kind of getting to a set, when you want to reach somewhere positively, kind of, I would say, inspired, his music helps. Lagan, Roja, Dil Se. So I'll tell you one thing. I don't know many people know about this. So when I was working on Munja, and we had just locked our script, way before we were going to go on floor, my producer said, "Who do you want for music on this film?" So I said, "Do you have anybody in mind?" He said, "Why not Rahman?" So I said, "What?" And then he said, "He's done Mimi for us, and I know him really well. Go and meet him." So I went to Chennai, and I met him, and I narrated Munja to him, and he had loved it. And he said, "I want to do this." And then he said, "एक काम करो, तुम फिल्म शूट करो, और फिल्म रेडी करके एडिट करके जब भी हो जाएगी ना, तभी मुझे बोल देना." And then we went into our world of shooting and our timelines and all that. And when the edit was locked, and I was really hoping that chalo, we start working with him, the timelines did not work with him because he had taken up something. He was traveling a lot. And then Chhawa also was happening, which Maddock is doing with him. So I realized, man, maybe this is not that film that I will do with Rahman. But it is something that I have on my wish list.
And how was the feeling meeting? That was the first
Something
time?
else. Yeah, first time I met him. First time I met him, I went to studio in the middle of the night. I jammed with him on ideas, on the film. He gave me some nice ideas. So, yeah, it is a crazy experience with him. He's a legend. And for me, I think there are a few things that have defined my growing up. There's been him and there's been Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay.
Yeah, these have defined me growing up.
चेतुकवाड़ी एक बाहर का छोटा सा आइलैंड है, उसका क्रिएशन कैसे हुआ? क्योंकि वो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. आपको सिर्फ मुंजिया से डर नहीं लगता है, आपको उस पूरे एरिया से डर लगता है.
करेक्ट.
ठीक है.
सी, चेतुकवाड़ी नाम और चेतुकवाड़ी ये कंसेप्चुअल आइडिया ये योगेश का था, योगेश चांदेकर, जिसने फिल्म लिखी है, और उसने बहुत ब्रिलियंटली इसको ऑन पेपर लिखा था. बट विजुअली ना, जब मैं पढ़ रहा था ना, जो मुझे दिख रही थी चेतुकवाड़ी, वो मेरे गांव के रेफरेंस से आ रही. बिकॉज मैंने बहुत रेकीज की है मराठी फिल्मों के लिए कोंकण में, और वहाँ पे ना आई कम अक्रॉस दिस टाउन, कोस्टल टाउन कॉल्ड हरणे बंदर. ये बंदर है वहाँ पे, जहाँ पे आप बोट्स रुकती है. इट्स अ डॉक एंड फिशिंग बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी लेवल पे उधर होती है. और वहाँ पे एक फोर्ट था छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का, जो एक आइलैंड पे था, और जो फोर्ट थोड़ा समुद्र के अंदर है. तो मैंने वो देखा था, तो मेरे दिमाग में वो बैठा था. तो जब मैं पढ़ रहा था ना, और मैं चेतुकवाड़ी पढ़ा ना, मेरे पहले दिमाग में ऐसा आया कि ये अगर जंगल उस फोर्ट के अंदर हो, और वो फोर्ट अगर दिखता रहे हमेशा, और उधर जाने की कोई nobody has the guts to go there also, वो क्या होगा?
राइट आफ्टर द इंटरवल ऑडियंस के माइंड में पूरा सोल्यूशन है
आ गया,
बट पूरा गेम उसके बाद ट्रीटमेंट का है.
यस,
ठीक है, कि कहाँ से क्या प्लेस होगा. हो सकता था कि वो दो कैरेक्टर्स होते जिनके बीच में चेंज होता है, बट यू यूज्ड द काका वेरी वेल. सो ये स्टार्टिंग से था कि यही चारों के साथ खेलना है, या इवेंचुअली ट्रीटमेंट वाइज यू रिवाइज्ड इट मल्टीपल टाइम्स?
क्या था ना, मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा ऐसा था कि ये फिल्म जो योगेश ने लिखी थी ना, वो ऐसे लिखी थी कि जहाँ पे ना इट वॉज वेरी क्लियर व्हाट द फिल्म वॉज ट्राइंग टू से. What it was trying to say is that you have a boy who's surrounded by the woman in his life, who's the hero of your film, right? He is the product of all the women who are the best examples of the Ajji, the mother, the girl he's in love with, the sister, Ruku. ये सारे 4-5 औरतें, इन्होंने तो इसको बनाया है because he has no men in his life, and the man he's against is this very patriarchal uncle who represents that the most, I think, evil part of how patriarchy works. He hates women in his house. He cannot stand the fact that women can be independent. He cannot stand the fact that हमारे महाराष्ट्रन घर में एक पंजाबी औरत को कैसे शादी करके ले, रिग्रेसिव है बहुत. तो इतना है ना उसका प्रॉब्लम, और ऐसे लोग रहते हैं, बहुत रहते हैं, मैंने देखे भी है. तो that quintessential villain was that patriarchy also that he represented in a world where Bittu represented woman, and the woman is who made him what he is. That's why the Ajji comes in the pre-climax, and she tells him what she tells him. But I felt what was Munja in the story was again this: who is Munja himself? This guy who does not understand consent. This boy, I would say, who does not understand whether the girl loves him or not. He's obsessed. He's gone crazy. So he maybe is what this Kaka is also. Na?
Oh.
And that's exactly what it was. That your hero has to defeat both of them, because he's not defeating X and Y. He's defeating patriarchy as an idea. And that is what the film was about. As a kid, I have seen films, horror films. I feel Ram Gopal Varma changed a lot with his movies. With Bhoot, Raat, Vastu Shastra, all these films he made, you know. Darna Manayak was baad mein, not his best, but there were 2-3 films he did were outstanding films. I remember watching Bhoot as a kid sitting in theatre scared ki what a film this is. And Raat I did not have the guts to watch, I was too young then, but I saw it on I think VHS later. तो ये जो फिल्में थी ना वो बहुत path breaking फिल्में थी, which set the tone for a Bhool Bhulaiya, which set then the tone for a Stree, and then which set the tone for multiple films like Ours that followed. बट आई फील उसके प्री जो 80s 70s का हॉरर था ना वो पल्प हॉरर था बहुत, जो राम से हॉरर था. आई हैव टू गिव क्रेडिट टू ऑल्सो 2 shows जो जी पे आते थे. एक जी हॉरर शो बोल के आता था और एक आहट नाम का शो आता था. आई डोंट नो इफ यू गाइस वॉच दैट. दे यूज्ड टू बी अ रेज यानी लोग तो रात को, और वो रात को ही लगते थे 10, 9:30, 11 ऐसे. तो मैंने बचपन में जाग के कितने बार वो देखा है, और वो डरावने थे, वो प्रिटी गुड.
Who's your favorite directors?
In India?
In India.
Mani Ratnam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands down Mani Ratnam. I think,
Rahman.
yeah, I think I discovered Rahman through Mani Ratnam.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think Mani Ratnam has done films which are social, which are commercial, and which are classics. इतना great combination ना नहीं होता रे. बहुत कम होता है. He is master class in cinema, I think. And he is very rare do you find these authors, you know, who started in the 80s, so relevant today, with telling films like with O Kadal Kanmani is a film that is so new age, and Mani Ratnam has kind of made that film. You get shocked कि his take on relationships of this generation is as good as what Satya was then. Phenomenally.
Any plans for doing any other genre or want to explore something else?
You know, it's very interesting that you asked me this, because 2008 I released my first film, and 2021 I made Zombie. Till then I've made 7 films. None of them have been horror comedies. The first time I attended a horror comedy was Zombie, and uske baad I've done 4 horror comedies. This is my 4th now, Vampires. So I've come to understanding कि ये एकदम से हो गया. You know, it never was the plan. I want to do horror comedy. कभी नहीं था. One thing led to the other, because I started getting great scripts, which lend me to horror comedies.
What are the next steps? Do you want to be a producer and maybe a showrunner?
My great grandfather had started a company called the Aryan Film Company in 1927. So in 2027, it will complete 100 years. So I do want to produce. I want to revive that company. I want to start producing under that company. But there is time. I think I've just started with Munja in Hindi. I want to make a couple of more films and then see as a producer if I can do stuff that I believe in and that I really find exciting enough to put out there. Showrunner to hote rehta hai. See, as a director, you're kind of a showrunner also. But when you're venturing out into this field, I feel finding your voice and then empowering people whose voice you believe in has to be the larger game. So right now I'm in that process of finding my voice, and I think I'm kind of in a very exciting space right now, where I think I'm kind of realizing, okay, what I want to do, what I don't want to do. Then there will be the right time, I think, in the next 4 or 5 years, when I would want to empower others to tell their own stories.
आप सचिन के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, मुझे ये पूछना है क्या आपने चंदू चैंपियन देखी हो, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्टली आपके compete कर रही है मुंजा.
जैसे मैंने compete तो छोड़ी दो, अगर compete भी नहीं करती होगी तो जैसे मेरी आदत थी ना फिल्में देखने की, मैंने चंदू चैंपियन देखी है, मैं अभी इश्क विश्क देखूंगा, मैंने इनसाइड आउट देखी, और मुझे काफ़ी फिल्में देखनी है. मैंने वो महाराजा नाम की फिल्म देखी नहीं है, मुझे वो देखनी है, तो मैं देख लेता हूँ सब. और चंदू चैंपियन भी देखी है, एंड आई थिंक I felt one of my favorite films na in Indian cinema was Bajrangi Bhaijaan. I think that film had got the dynamics of a commercial film, emotion and social cinema bang on. So Kabir Khan has been a big favorite of mine. So even I had loved 83. I don't know why the film did not do well, but I loved the film. तो कबीर खान ने ये फिल्म बनाई तो सवाल ही नहीं उठता है. I had to go and watch चंदू चैंपियन and I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Like because also उसका महाराष्ट्रियन बैकग्राउंड था, उसके co-actors बहुत बढ़िया है. I think Vijay Raj is one of my favorite actors and Shreyas is in it. So some very good actors are also in it. So I completely enjoyed it. I prefer watching movies alone in theaters because I feel when you go with a group or maybe even two more people or one more person, you are going with an intention to have a collective experience. So you are also thinking, अरे इसको लग रही है कि अच्छी, नहीं लग रही है कि अच्छी, या अभी क्या अभी वो अभी फोन पे है क्या, क्यों फोन पे तू, या anything, just कुछ भी हो. When you are alone, it is just you and the screen. It is nobody else. And I, again, like also you said, I prefer to watch movies on weekdays rather than weekends. I prefer the theater not to be full. I prefer the place to be a little more quieter, a little more emptier. Because I prefer to watch the film with a very unbiased audience reaction. तो वो मैं थोड़ा सा खुद फिल्म में देखना एक स्पिरिचुअल एक्सपीरियंस जैसे देखता हूँ. एंड आई नीड दैट स्पेस व्हेन आई एम वाचिंग माय मूवीज. बट आई वॉच अ लॉट ऑफ फिल्म्स. आई वॉच एटलीस्ट 3 films a week इन थिएटर्स. 3 फिल्में तो देख ही लेता हूँ, टाइम निकालता हूँ. एंड आई हैव टू टेल यू दिस, मैं जब थिएटर में नहीं जाता हूँ तभी रोज घर रात को इधर एक एपिसोड देखता हूँ किसी भी सीरीज का, या एक फिल्म देख लेता हूँ. Even if I'm shooting, I'm not shooting, I'm well, I'm not well, I'm editing, I'm releasing, whatever it is. When I go at night at home, that's how I unwind. But before I sleep, I watch something and I sleep. So बहुत सालों से, and then I feel इतना कंटेंट यार देखने के लिए, कभी देखूंगे इतना सब, तो वो फोमो हो जाता है. But I feel that's become a part of life. And while growing up, we used to have a theater called Alka Talkies. My father used to run the theater in Pune. And that theater used to single screen tha. And that theater used to show only English films, Hollywood films. तो मैं तो I used to spend my post school theater में, रात तक theater में, सुबह वापस स्कूल के बाद दोपहर को वापस theater में. I used to spend all my time in the theater. So तब से वो screen, ticket window, canteen, screen के पीछे, projection room, ये सब जगहों की आदत पड़ गई थी इतनी. To spend time here. तो ना ऐसे थिएटर में जाने के बाद ना ऐसे there's a very different feeling that I get. I can't explain, but it is kind of being home kind of feeling. Yeah. वो थोड़ा multiplexes में भी कम लगता है because everything is so nice and very well done up and the aesthetics and the single screen की जो मजा रहती है ना, लकड़े की चीजें और वो smell, कैंटीन वाला समोसों का और वो आवाज वहाँ की और पंखों की आवाज, और that used to be something else. I feel now filmmaking is such an absurd profession. कि you're working 24 hours, you're working 365 days, you're working without breaks, you're working day and night. You have to be an idiot to do this for the world. Like everybody who I have known, my friends who are not in this field, my family, they all say कि यार तू पागल हो, ऐसा काम कौन करता है? But that's the point. Na? If you don't love what you do, if you don't love cinema, if you're not passionate about it, then there's no point of it. But because if you love this, then it's all worth it.